So, head movement. Good way to learn this to start off with is to isolate the exercise and then build in the layers of complexity. Head movement is mostly about evasion, so you're evading shots. In a self-defense scenario, you're more likely to be crashing into space than evading shots, but it might occur. These will tend to be more circular, haymakery type shots, so the kind of movement will be different. In a boxing sense, much of what you're evading might be straight shots, so the movement again will be different. But it's beneficial to practice it all together. So take a mirror or take a line on a wall or something and just think about moving your head to a different space. Each beat you want your head to be in a different space relative to where it was the beat before. And this does two things: that you're taking your head out of its position, so you're evading a shot, but also because you're having to transition so quickly from one position to the next, it's important that you retain balance. And that's critical, because there's no point in evading a shot, being in a position that you then find it difficult to move, because you've evaded one shot but you've planted yourself in a position where you're vulnerable to further attack. You need to be able to evade shots and to be able to keep moving. Evade a shot here, be able to move here, evade a shot here, be able to move here. You need to be able to do that. So it's important that when you are evading shots, you're doing it within the integrity of your balance, the ability to keep moving. So I'm squaring up like this and just working on the isolation of head movement. Again, as I was saying about self-defense, this kind of up and down movement tends to be more important for avoiding haymakery, swinging type punches on the street, whereas this kind of side to side movement will be more important potentially than this drawing back and out in terms of sports fighting, boxing and so on, where I'm trying to evade straight shots or combinations of shots. If I try to do this in a street context, switch to the side, and it's a hook, all I've done is move my head to the side of it, the hook's still going to hit me. So I need to think about those kind of up and down movements as being quite important for self-defense scenarios. Anyway, so when I feel comfortable with this kind of squared up position and this isolation of moving out of position every beat, then I can bring in things like stance positioning. So now I'm doing the same thing, but I'm positioning in a particular stance or another. I can also bring in things like hand position, where my hand position might be now relative to that evasive movement. Let's start with